A few days ago, I uploaded the top 5 builds in NBA 2K22 current gen, and on that video and since then, I've been getting a lot of comments of you guys asking me to make the same video but on next gen. And with this new Myplayer Builder and NBA 2K22 next gen, I knew I couldn't just throw a video out for you guys. Trust me, I wanted to make a video that same day, but I couldn't. I wasn't just gonna release 5 builds that weren't really the best. I needed to learn the builder. And not only that, but I got some 2K League pros to help me out with the best builds currently in NBA 2K22 next gen. So listen, I know you guys don't want to hear me talk. You guys just want to get to the builds, so I won't waste any more time. Before I get into it though, if this video does help you out, please don't hesitate to drop a like, and if you're new to the channel, drop a sub. Both of them help me out a ton. But alright, enough talking. Let's get into the top 5 builds on NBA 2K22 next gen. Alright, so before I get into the builds, I want to let you know what they are. I'm gonna have 3 point guard builds, 1 lockdown build, and 1 center build in this video. And I'm gonna start off with my point guard build, okay? This is the build that I have on 2K22 next gen, and I think this build is really good. So you're gonna want to do 6'2", 166 pounds, 6'2" wingspan, and all my body shapes I like built, but you can do whatever you want. Alright, now I want you to copy these attributes exactly, and then we'll talk about it. So these are the attributes, and this is the badge count. 10, 35, 31, 8. Okay, so off rip, once you guys heard 6'2", you should have thought this is a pure point guard build. This isn't for defense. This is to score the ball. If you are the ball handler, you play 3s, you're the ball handler, or even if you play 2s, this is a really good build. Don't worry, I'll have a taller build for you guys later if you guys want that for a point guard build. But 35 shooting, 31 playmaking, it's going to be tough to get a better build than this. And guys, these attributes are here for a reason, okay? Like I said, this is my build. This is the build that I currently have, and I honestly do think this is one of the best point guard builds or offensive-minded point guard builds you can make. If you guys want an all-around balanced point guard build, stay in the video, I got you later. But as an offensive-minded point guard, how can you get better than 35 shooting, 31 playmaking, and you even get 8 defensive badges, so it's not like you're a complete liability, and then when you need to, 10 finishing badges is more than enough. And then for my takeover, on every single point guard build, this is what I'm going to go with. Spot up precision and ankle breaking shots. I just think those are the 2 best takeovers. And when you finish this build, you see I have built a shot creator. Kind of, I'm not going to say it's a unique name, but at least it doesn't say playmaking shot creator. And next, we're going to do the 6'6" point guard, the taller point guard, okay? So you put your height to 6'6", you go lowest weight, wingspan, you actually want to go higher. This build is really good, guys. And as a matter of fact, shout out to my boy Shifty Kai, MVP candidate in the NBA 2K League. So if you guys don't like this build, get mad at Shifty Kai, okay? If you guys think this build is trash, get mad at him. If you do like the build, then say thank you to me, okay? Because then I was the one that came up with it. And these are the attributes. And you want to talk about a balanced build? 14, 30, 29, 16. Like I said, guys, I really haven't been paying that much attention to next gen. I haven't been playing next gen. I've been focused on current gen. So I hit up my 2K League friends. Like I told you, Shifty Kai, MVP candidate, send me this build. Told me this build is tough. And looking at these attributes, I don't know how it can't be. 14, 30, 29, 16, and you're 6'6". And I know in next gen, the steal rate is crazy. So with a 90 steal, a big wingspan, this build looks really tough. As a matter of fact, if I play next gen, I might make this build. This might be my second point guard build if I ever go to next gen, if I want to, you know, ISO, because that 6'2" build, yes, it can ISO, but this build looks like a dominant ISO build, especially on the 2s. So yeah, this build is super tough. It looks like you'll have an 87 3-pointer, 91 mid-range, 86 ball handling, 90 plus steal, 92 perimeter defense. This build looks too tough. I do recommend you guys make this. And just like the last player, I would recommend going spot up precision, and then ankle breaking shots. But on a build like this, I wouldn't get mad if you went a lockdown takeover, but like I said earlier, just these two feel like the best by far. And when you complete this player, although I kind of talk trash about it, you have built a playmaking shot creator, but it does look like one of the most balanced builds you could possibly create on next gen. Alright, in this next build, you make him a point guard, but this is a lockdown build, okay? I already put 2 point guards for you guys. Now it's time for the lockdown build, okay? So you want to make him 6'7", definitely a great height for a lockdown, 180 pounds, and you want to put his wingspan to 7'4", okay? 7'4" wingspan. Alright, and then this next build is a lockdown build, okay? If you play Pro-Am and you play lockdown, if you play threes and you play lockdown, you're not the ball handler, this is the best lockdown build for you, okay? So you make him a point guard, but you don't run him at point guard. You play lock on him. Height, 6'7", minimum weight, and if you're a lockdown, of course, you max your wingspan. Body shape, I go built, you can go whatever you want. And just like the last build, this isn't from me. And these are the attributes, and this is the badge count. But like I said, this isn't from me. This is actually from NBA 2K League #1 pick V Crazy. You guys might have saw him on 2K TV. Yes, my boy only won 3 games this year, but hey, I got him in a comeback season this year. But hey, let's not talk about that, okay? This is the build. 18, 17, 25, 29. It has a lot of badges, and as a lockdown build, I don't know how you can get better than this, honestly. My guy Crazy is known to make good lockdown builds, and he sent me this, and it looks absolutely insane. The badge count looks crazy. The attributes look really, really balanced. 95 perimeter defense, 96 steal. I don't know how you are going to score on this build. And then if he needs to, 25 playmaking, that's more than enough. 18 finishing, that's more than enough. And if you're missing with 17 shooting badges and a 79 three-pointer as a lockdown, I don't know what to tell you, but this has got to be the best lockdown build in the game. And for your takeovers as a lock, of course you're gonna go with lockdown badges. So if I was you, I would personally go with enhanced jump shot contests, and then probably extreme clamp, so you get better bump animations, and that's the best lockdown build in the game. And you see, you have created a 2-way pass first point. Pretty good name, and that's the best lockdown build. And next is the best popper build in the game, the best center build in the game. Let's be honest, there's no way you should ever make an inside center on this game. That's why it's just the best popper build. So you make him a power forward. You go 6'9", 237 pounds, or 7'4" wingspan. You actually don't max your wingspan, you put it to 7'4". You put your body shape to built. Well, I put my body shape to built, and then copy these attributes. And this is what the attributes and badge count looks like for the best center build in the game. And these badges look so balanced. 21, 17, 16, 33. Like I just said, you should not be making an inside center on 2K22 next gen. Not only are you crutching your team, but guys, this game it looks like it is based around everyone being able to shoot. So please don't make an inside center. If you're gonna make a center build, make this build. And at 6'9", this is more than good enough to be a dominant center build. You see 21, 17, 16, 33. You have an 83 pointer, which is more than enough with those 17 shooting badges. 33 defensive badges, so you will be a force on defense. Pretty much all your physicals are maxed. A super tough center build right here. I definitely recommend, if you're a center, that you make this build. And for your takeovers as a center, I would probably go with, where is it? Where's See the Future? There it is. See the Future, basically just, you can see where the rebounds go. And I would honestly, I'd probably go one of these ones. I'll probably go Paint Intimidation, so that nobody can score on you in the paint. And that's the best popper build right there. Your best center build. You can see you have built a 2-way facilitator. Also a pretty tough name for a center. Let's get into the last and final build on NBA 2K22 Next Gen in my top 5 builds. And the last build in this video is the definition of a pure point guard build, okay? This is an offensive build. 6 foot, 165, 6'2" wingspan. This build is if you do not guard ball, okay? My build that I showed you first, a 6'2", you can do everything with. This build is if you run the point guard in Pro-Am and you guard corner. If you run the point guard in stage and you guard corner. You do not want to be playing defense with this build. Let me show you the attributes and badge count. And that's it, 11, 32, 36, 10. Now you see, you only have a 54 perimeter defense, but you do have a 91 steal. Like I just said, this is an offensive build. You guard corner with this build. You do not want to guard the ball with this build, but as a pure scorer and a pure offensive build, how does it get better than this? How do you get a better offensive build than this? This build is an absolute monster on offense. I don't know how you're going to be able to stop this build. Very similar to the 6'2" build I showed you earlier, except this is slightly better offensively, but way worse defensively. So it's not as good as an overall build, but offensively, if that's what you're focused on, I do think that this is better. And once again, shout out to my boy Shifty Kai for coming up with this build. This is his build actually that he runs, and he basically just, like I said, plays point guard and guards corner. And just like I explained in my other builds, spot up precision, ankle breaking shots. That's it for the best takeovers. Myplayer Build's complete, and for the final build, you have built a 3-point playmaker. That's one thing I like about next gen. All different names for these builds. And that'll do it. That wraps it up for the top 5 builds on NBA 2K22 next gen. If this video helped you guys out, if you guys made any of the builds that I did show you in this video, please drop a like. It does help me out a ton. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. That also helps me out. We are on the road to 200K. I cannot wait to hit that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, do me a favor, leave a like, sub if you're new, and I'm out.